My name is Emmanuel Osazuwa. I'm the special advisor to the governor of Delta State on culture and tourism. And today we are going to be dealing with a very significant topic that affects business people, that affect both small and medium enterprises. We are going to be talking about the role of infrastructure in the growth of SMEs through culture and tourism in Delta State. And we are going to be hosting the senator representing Delta North, Senator Prince Ned Nwoko. He's going to be joining us much later after we have been able to lay a very solid foundation. One of the key areas we are going to be exploring today is to understand the infrastructure in context. What is infrastructure in context? We are going to be talking about the road, the accessibility of movement from one location to another. We're also going to be looking at the various ways people can easily access Delta State as a tourist destination. One of those ways is through road, through transportation. The other one is through plane. Eventually, we are going to be getting train sooner than later. And I'm going to be sharing on insight on the massive infrastructure that is currently going on in Delta State. This is the best time we can ever say that we have had it this good in terms of infrastructure and in terms of business. When you come to Delta State now, you see different businesses springing up on a daily basis because of the massive investment of infrastructure that is currently going on by His Excellency, Right Honorable Elder Sheriff Oboriwere. He has been deliberate since he took oath of office in 29th of May 29th of May 2023. He has been deliberate about the construction of the access road across Delta State. Currently now we have no fewer than 5 infrastructural road projects going on in Delta State. Just a few days ago, about 7-point-something billion naira road construction project was approved by the ESCO led by His Excellency Right Honorable Elder Sheriff Oboriwere. So Delta State has become the hub of infrastructure to enable the businesses that are here to strive. We have Julius Berger, we have CCEC, we have a lot of companies currently working in Delta State. We have Levant, we have a lot of them, to mention a few. So what we are going to be trying to deal with today is the importance of culture and tourism. The fastest way to grow economy, just as Dubai has been able to grow their economy independent of oil, is through culture and tourism. Culture is the way of life, the way certain people do things, how they decide to comport themselves, carry themselves, their disposition towards themselves and other people. And tourism is a major, huge huge area that can give so much job to a lot of persons. Let's start looking at the things that can be achieved through culture and tourism. Already we have dealt with the road, the bridges, the airport. We currently have Asaba International Airport. We have Warri Airport. Those are 2 carriers that brings people to Delta State because our area of concentration today is Delta State. Tourism sites in Delta State. I'm going to be running through the tourism sites in Delta State. First, we have the Landa Brother that is currently situated in Asaba, Oshimele South, Arcade, Asaba. Then we have Babangida Leisure Park. This is one park that government of Delta State was deliberate about. When you come there, you will see modern day technology that the government of Delta State has put in place. And this park has attracted people from all walks of life, from the neighboring cities, from the neighboring states. People have been coming to visit this site, and that has given job to our cabmen, to our restaurants, to people who are in facility business, because some of them, when they come, they don't leave that same day. These have been a huge source of revenue for Delta State. Then we also have the Delta State Film Village, where the place that was built for the purpose of filmmaking, the local setting. And this is also situated here in Asaba. Then we also have the River Ethiop that is situated in Ukwane local government. This is the fourth now. Then we also have Araya Bible site. This is also situated in Isoko South local government. Then we have Park Vegas, which is also a waterfall. This is situated in a South local government of Delta State. Then we have Gordon Resort. This is situated in Abraka Town, Ethiopia East local government area of Delta State. Then we have Mango Park House. This is situated in Asaba. Then we also have Asaba Beach. This is also situated in Asaba. Then we also have Ibori Golf Club. We also have Ibori Golf and Country Club. This is situated in Asaba. Then we have Second Niger Bridge, also situated in Asaba / Onitsha. It's sharing boundary with Asaba and Onitsha. Then we have Mount Ned Nwoko Resort. This is situated in Idumuje, Ugboko, and Yocha North local government area of Delta State. Then we also have the football academy that is also situated in the same location. Then we also have Fakom Mangrove Park, Ijala. This is situated in Warri South local government area of Delta State. These are the recreational centers that we currently have in Delta State, and these centers are all available for tourists to visit. One of the things that I would also want to use this opportunity to share among Deltans and Nigeria, we need to, as a matter of urgency, start speaking positively to the things that are working well for us in order to attract tourists and also to attract investment. Because many of us go to Dubai, we go to Europe, we go to America, not because they are really the best place to be. We are going there because of the good things that we have heard about them. That's why I'm going to be employing all Deltans and all Nigerians. Please focus more on the infrastructure that His Excellency Senator Ahmed Bola Tinubu is doing. There are so many coastal roads that are currently ongoing. The Warri to Benin is ongoing. The Calabar and so many more, they are ongoing. Focus more on the things that your country is doing. You know why? When you focus more, you will be able to attract investors. No matter how good a government is, no government can employ all her citizens. So the government of any country, including the United States of America, we always rely on the private sector to help them provide job opportunities for their citizens. So that's the reason why you must, at a matter of order, positively to the good things that are happening. So many things, his major agenda, the more agenda has shown huge capacity in the area of infrastructure. And that's not only all. The more agenda of His Excellency and love towards the small and medium enterprise. We have given a lot of grants to young business people. We have supported them in huge numbers that I cannot even start mentioning here because they are too numerous to mention. The governor is deliberate about culture and tourism. That's the reason why he's constructing these roads to enable the tourists have a fun time in Delta State so as to want to come back in Delta State. Much later, we are going to be talking with the senator representing Delta North so as he can also share more light on culture and tourism in Delta State. So let's see how we can briefly pause to see how we can connect the senator to join us so as we can both discuss this huge topic, the role of infrastructure in the growth of SMEs through culture and tourism. Infrastructure will help to aid the tourism ministry of any country and any nation. And the moment the tourism sector is booming in any nation, any country, we definitely strive. Because when the people come, they will want to pay interest in what is currently going on in the country and in the state. So the governor has helped the tourism department a lot by helping to bring to reality many roads that were not in existence and those that were in existence that were not accessible. Some of these roads are currently being displayed on your screen. Those are the roads that have been completed by this administration. Some are inherited from the previous administration, while some are new projects that was started and completed within the 2 years of this government administration. So you need to speak positively about your country, so those that are unemployed. When you go around Nigeria, you see edible, qualified young graduates who are not able to get opportunity to this. They have also learned in school. Most distinguished Prince Ned Nwoko, Senator representing Delta North in Delta State. Thank you very much, Senator, and we are happy to have you live today. We are going to be asking you some life, culture, and tourism. We want to quickly ask you, most distinguished, what attracted your interest to invest in tourism in Delta State? Are you with me, most distinguished?
Sorry, can you add that question again, please? Please be quiet.
His voice is not.
I'll go to your room. Hello? Yeah?
Can you hear me, most distinguished?
Can you hear me?
Okay. What attracted your interest to invest hugely in culture and in tourism in Delta State? Let me have a mic so that I can hear.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Look, culture is part of us.
Most distinguished, you need to place your camera well so that we can see you properly.
Just hold on.
Can I use this, sir? Can I use this?
Yes, of course. Yes.
That's perfect.
Hello? Can you see me now? Can you see me now?
Live and direct. What attracted your interest to invest in tourism in Delta State?
Okay, look. As I said, culture and tradition, it manifests in different forms. It manifests in different forms. And people have different ways of expressing it, establishing a foundation. And then you have health. So these are the areas that my foundation emphasizes on. And it is very important for me, therefore, that I take steps in every of these 4 areas in making things happen. So, for example, for the education, I have established a university, the Sports University of Nigeria. We are now in our anyway, it is number 1 in sports and has always been. Before Delta, it was Vendel State. So we have raw talents here.
So true.
We have the raw talent, and so I went to university in England, and I spent all those years at the university, at the law school, playing football. And I loved football. I love sports generally. I see play tennis, I swim, and all that. But I realized that our sportsmen and women are not supported. They are not encouraged. You know what governments do is they wait for a month or 2 months to any competition, and they start driving everybody around. Come and let's go to camp. Whereas sportsmen and women abroad, they stay preparing for Olympics or other sporting competitions 4 years ahead of time. 4 years. That's like 4 years that a degree course will take you. So I thought the best thing to do for me was to set up this university and combine sports and education. So if you want to come here to do sports, maybe play football, swim, athletics, you must also take on another degree, a degree in any of the 7 faculties that we have here, from mass communication to engineering to we have arts and normal arts and normal sciences, like I said, history, philosophy, or biology and chemistry, and the rest of them. You know, so anybody coming here has an opportunity not only to do sports, but also to be educated. And the time that we have kind of allocated for sports is all the same as the education. So you spend 50% of your time doing sports, 50% of the time studying. At the end of the day, we expect our sportsmen and women to be able to compete globally, compete with the best anywhere in the world. You can't play football here for 4 years without being a national star, or you can't come here to do swimming or basketball without being a champion of some sort. Look, in the next 4 years, this university will produce gold medalists for Nigeria, and they will produce a records. They'll break records in different fields, because I understand the essence of nurturing nature. You know, you don't just say that somebody has talent, but you don't support them, you don't nurture them. We've had many great sportsmen and women from this place, from somebody like Jejo Kocha to Lisa, and the rest of them. Stephen Keshi finished their football. What else? What football? What else? What? Nothing more for them. Nothing more for them. They can become managers. They can become commentators. They can become financiers of sports academies. You know, because of limited exposure or limited education. So, I
also want to get your input on something.
There's under the tourism department. They have been doing well. Over the years, I've been working with them. What they did so many years ago was to go around possible sites and locations and identify them. And like this place was identified almost like 5 years ago. The palace, there's a book actually they produced. They produced a book. It's called Tourism in Delta State. I don't know whether you've seen that book. In that book, the Nwoko Palace in Mujiboko. Number 2 there is Dimas Nwoko's house, my uncle's house. Number 10 in that book is my own place. So the little small Mboko, we have 3 locations. And it was the Ministry of Tourism. I'm managing them. Like I know that the tough, what do you call it, in Africa, they can invest in some hotels around the place. You know, so tourism is the biggest earner in the world. Tourism.
Most distinguished, permits me to butt in. You know, I happen to be a special advisor to the governor on culture and tourism. On my own, I have had the opportunity of going around and having this on-the-spot assessment of the current situation of the tourism sites in Delta State. And I can tell you that they are doing perfectly well. I've even been to your resort. So I can tell you that from what we have now, we can host anybody and any event. So I'm happy you have identified that the Ministry of Culture and Tourism, they are doing well under the administration of His Excellency, Right Honorable Elder Sheriff Oboriwere. And I'm happy you have availed your time out of your busy schedule to speak to these issues. But finally, I want to ask, what are the process of getting enrolled in the football academy that you have spoken about a minute ago? If someone wants to enroll, what are the channels, what are the websites? How can somebody benefit, particularly young Deltans that are skillful and will want to take football and other sports as a career?
We're ready for many people. What you don't need to do is to go to the JAM sites and apply through JAM. We get our students through JAM. And the first condition for you to get admitted here is not your money. The first condition is that you must be skillful in one sport at least. You must be very, very good. Not just that you like it. You must be very, very good in a sport. So it could be athletics, 100 meters, 200 meters, long jump, high jump. It could be basketball, football, whatever it is. So you get admitted into the university. And as you come here, you also have to have a degree, as I said before. You must express an interest in a particular degree. And so you take them side by side. You know, we have very good facilities here. I'm sure you have not been here since the university was opened. So you need to come here yourself.
I've been there, most distinguished. And I know you are a very successful businessman. I also want you to speak on the area of the SMEs, the small, medium enterprise businesses. You know, this program is a mentorship program that we are organizing free of charge for the young Deltans and beyond. So we want you to speak to the business part of Senator Ned so as to encourage the younger ones that will want to be successful in business like yourself.
Look, I don't know. Look, I'm a lawyer. I trained as a lawyer. I practiced law in England, and I've done all my work as a lawyer in England and beyond. So anybody who wants to be like Ned can be a lawyer, but it doesn't mean that only lawyers are successful. You can also be an actress or an actor and be successful. You can be an engineer and be successful. What it takes is hard work, and hard work, and then honesty. You must be honest with yourself. You must be honest with others around you. You know, to be successful in life, just a bit of luck, of course, but you must also want to be successful.
So true.
You can't be sleeping all the time and expect to be successful. So you've got to put in the time, the hours.
So true.
And of course, education is the foundation. And exposure. You must see the world. You must understand.
Let's dive into
what is happening
politics
beyond
a bit.
Nigeria.
I want to ask, what's your perception about the infrastructure of His Excellency Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the President, Federal Republic of Nigeria? What do you have to say about the infrastructure that he has been embarking on?
Look, exceptionally, he has done exceptionally well. You know, just let me just talk about road infrastructure. For me, the day it was announced that he would do the coastal road, I was very, very impressed because I understand the importance of a coastal road in any country. In fact, if I have a chance in Africa, there will be a coastal road around the whole of Africa to link the entire continent of Africa. Do you understand it? So that Africans can move around easily. They can move around daytime, they can move around nighttime. Just as we have in Europe, as we have in America. Coastal roads are beautiful places to behold, So the cost of a coastal road or coastal roads will be enormous, but at the end of the day, it also translates to opening up tourism. And there are other roads that links the north and the south in Nigeria that the president is doing. That is fantastic. There are other areas, not just on roads.
Most distinguished, let's come back home now. What do you have to say of the infrastructure of His Excellency Right Honorable Elder Sheriff Oboriwere?
Why are you not allowing me to talk about the president?
It's because of the time. We have time constraint, most distinguished. We have time constraint. We are trying to touch everywhere so that we don't end up omitting a vital part of this program.
Look, let me tell you, the first thing that the president did, and that every Nigerian should actually appreciate, was the removal of the fuel subsidy. And then putting that money in the hands of states, various states, including Delta State. That's why we are earning so much money today in Delta State and other states. And so we expect this extra money to be used to develop our various states. And it's happening. I was in Kwale about a month ago, and I was very impressed with the road network that I saw from Ogwashuku to Kwale. And it took only just a few minutes. And before, you'd be on that road for almost 2 hours. So we need a network of roads. We also need light. You've heard me talk about my power plant. We must get that done. I understand that is a federal government project, but the beneficiaries are Deltans, not federal government employees. So that has to be done. And I'm hoping now that we are all in APC, that the governor will pay attention to that. We also have a Washuku dam that I want completed. But look, once we have water and we have light, the people can fend for themselves. That's my belief. Okay.
So most distinguished.
And I saw many roads, many road projects that were awarded by the governor just a few days ago, and that is good. That is what I want to see. That's what I've been clamoring for. I want us to do things for the people. So it's beginning to happen. I'm happy about that. And by the way, welcome to APC.
Thank you very much. See, most distinguished, a lot of persons have criticized the bold move of His Excellency to the APC. And I can tell you categorically on this program, these above mentioned things mentioned and above, those things now are going to be easily achieved, courtesy of the political alignment of His Excellency, the Right Honorable Elder Sheriff Oboriwere. Now he can easily access the President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And I also want to use this opportunity to thank His Excellency, the President, for opening up the rice market, allowing more importers to get involved. As at yesterday, the price of rice had gone down to 60-something thousand. On Sunday was my birthday and I needed to buy some rice for a giveaway, and I discovered that the money I budgeted to spend was not up to half of the money I eventually spent, courtesy of the good initiative of the President, Federal Republic of Nigeria. And I've also told Nigerians, as a business consultant, invest in Naira. When Naira will start dropping, it's going to drop with the speed of the light. Don't go buying Euro bonds without first investing in Naira. So I'm happy that you gave us this time, most distinguished. And we are gradually winding up, and we also want to hear if you have any other thoughts and you want to share with us.
Look, I am happy that you mentioned the fact that the governor moved over to APC, and that some people are critical of it, but that it is good for us, isn't it?
Yes.
The same way you guys didn't see the the foresight. He didn't have the foresight that I had to take that first step.
No.
Because I realized, listen to this, I realized that it was important for me to work with the president to get him to do things for us. For example, Anyoma State is a project that is very dear to my heart. And so the president said to me, if you join us in APC, I promise you we'll support the creation of Anyoma State. And that's why today, the next step in that direction is the public hearing coming up on the 4th and 5th of next month in Uyo. And so there are many benefits, and I agree with you. The governor did the right thing to have APC. And now that we're not going to have too many fights, because all the fights will be from within. No more APC and PDP outside there fighting and killing each other. And I'm hoping that we can find a common ground to dedicate our times for the interests of our people. We'll do that.
So what do you have to say about Emmanuel Osazuwa free mentorship program?
Well, it's good you are doing this, because you are giving the younger ones an opportunity to learn one or two things and then put them into practice. Through you now, maybe others, or some other children will learn about Sports University of Idumuchuboko, Sports University of Nigeria in Idumuchuboko. They should go and Google it. And so you've given them the opportunity to know that those who are interested in sports can have the opportunity to come here and do sports and academics at the same time. It's a trade, it's a profession. We're trying to build them. And we have an entrepreneurial skill here as well, to support such students in whatever they decide to do. So your program, I commend your efforts, and I hope you keep it up. I wish you all the best.
So we have 5 minutes more to go. In these 5 minutes, most distinguished, am I allowed to appeal for a slot of scholarship for the people who are in this mentorship program? You have been my friend for over many years, over 6 years.
Yes.
So please, we want to appeal for some slots.
Because of you, I am prepared to give at least 5 students scholarship for 4 years each to come here and study. But they must be very good in sports. People are chosen on merit. People are chosen on merit.
Of course, trust me, I'm going to be the one to scrutinize them myself.
So they'll come for trial. They'll come for trial.
When they pass.
And if they're good enough, they'll take them. If they're not good enough, the others will come and take their places, okay?
I agree with you on that. I'm a product of hard work too. The president is a product of hard work. The governor, Right Honorable Elder Sheriff, is a product of hard work. Prince Ned Nwoko, the senator representing a Delta North, is also a product of hard work. So they must work hard. I agree with you on that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Most distinguished, thank you very much for giving us this time. I really, really appreciate, and we are definitely going to be following up on the 5 slots you have given to us.
Thank you. Thank you.
God bless you very much.
Thank you.
So that was most distinguished Senator Ned, and he has graciously given us 5 slots. I've told you on this mentorship program, we are going to be adding value to your lives. Those of you now that knows you have skilled and you are skilled in different area of your endeavor, reach out to us and let's work it out and see how we can screen you before they too can also screen you. And at the end of the day, you will be enlisted for a 4 years course. And at the end of the day, you are going to be given a certificate that can enable you work anywhere. And these are all going to be free. This is a 100% scholarship that has just been given to Emmanuel Osazuwa mentorship program. And I also want to state at this point that this scholarship is only going to be given to my followers on social media. And I also want to use this opportunity to thank His Excellency, the Right Honorable Elder Sheriff Oborewere, that gave me this platform, a man that believed that the youth should have a say in their future. Your Excellency, I'm not taking this privilege you have given to me for granted. And I promise that I'm going to work hard day and night to make you proud of this trust you have given to me. Thank you very much, and God bless you. I look forward to seeing you next week, Monday.